My name is Choi, and I'm a freshman in college here at Taylor University in Indiana. I was born in the States, and then I moved to Korea when I was 15. So I went to KIS for my whole high school career. I decided to go to KIS because, well, first off, I'm not very good at Korean, and my dad had a friend whose kids also went to KIS, and they recommended KIS to us, which is how I went to KIS. And at my time at KIS for 2 years, it was mostly COVID. So it was mostly virtual school and it was kind of hard at first, but still got through it. And then for my senior year, went to school, made some friends, and just had a great time my last year.
Walk me through your first year during COVID, the expectations and the way you had to really shift gears, and then how you progressed through high school and kind of kept your eye on the prize, because you've talked about being a student athlete since you were 15 years old. You had challenges, but how did you keep progressing to help you achieve your goals?
So in America, I went to a public school, and coming to KIS, I heard that it was a rigorous academic school. So coming into it, I expected for school to be a lot harder. And I was also looking forward to playing basketball at KIS, but freshman year, I came too late. So I just had to focus on academics. And for virtual school, it was hard at first. I couldn't really focus and I was distracted a lot. But just getting into it the next semester, um, yeah, I just did a lot better, adjusted and adapted to the situation and environment. There was no season for sophomore year because of COVID, which was hard. So I just kind of played basketball on my own time to time. And then for junior year, I tried out, got on the team, but then got injured the next week. So I was out for the season. So I only played one season for my senior year. I mean, I had a dream ever since seventh grade. So since I got to KIS, despite the circumstances, I tried to get in the gym as much as possible. I think freshman year, I couldn't really go often because of COVID. I mean, they locked down all the gyms. So I would just run outside and do all my workouts outside. Well, starting sophomore year, I found a really good gym owner near my house, and he allowed me to go there in the mornings before school, and I would work out for an hour, and then I would do weight training after school.
How did you like manage your time? Like in terms of like how did you recover? How did you keep up with studies like within all this?
It's just sacrificing a lot of your time. But I mean, honestly, if you love the sport you're playing, it's not really a sacrifice when you're putting the work in. Um, like I would rather be playing basketball than playing video games or other stuff. So I wouldn't really call it a sacrifice, except for sometimes. But you do your workouts, you get your homework in, you study if you need to. And I mean, if you have some more free time after that, then you can do whatever you want, whatever your other hobbies are.
Walk us through a typical day for you, being a college level student athlete. Talk about your preseason, talk about now being in season, and the way you're supported in building that schedule and being successful.
For preseason, off season, usually we have to come to school in July for 3 weeks and we have a camp. And then as soon as school starts, we'll start a conditioning. We'll do conditioning we're allowed to, until they allow us to practice as a team. The association has regulations for when we can start practicing. So, and then for a typical day during the school year in season, depending on the coach, some coaches will have lifts in the morning before school at like 5 a.m. That's what our football team does. But for our coach, he's not really a morning person. So we'll have it in the afternoon. In season, we'll have it twice a week. And then we'll have a lift. And then practice will be around 3 hours. And then besides the 3 hours, he wants us to do our individual workouts. So in a typical day, it'll be like 4 hours of basketball.
Since in high school, like you played in Korea where like a lot of the guys are, a little bit shorter and, less physical. Like, how did you prepare for that transition to, America where guys are a lot bigger and taller?
I had to be a lot faster and stronger because in Korea I was playing mostly like the three to the position five, whereas here I have to play either point guard or shooting guard. And the basketball game is just so much faster here, and like centers in our league are like 7 feet or around there. So to prepare for that, it was probably during my skill training. At first, the skill trainer was always telling me that I was so slow. So he just always pushed me to my max. And I was do a lot of speed workouts. And yeah,
Are you happy with the way you prepared yourself for leaving Korea and going to Indiana? Or would you have changed that if you could do it again?
I think I prepared myself pretty well for basketball. I started skill training in the summer and just really pushed myself. I think academically, I should have tried harder on the AP exams. If you do well on your AP exams and pass, you can take a lot of more classes that you're interested in here instead of taking the basic classes that you could have just taken in high school. So my major is PPE. It's a mixture of poli sci, philosophy, and econ. Um, Here at Taylor University, they choose our classes for first semester, and then starting second semester, we get to choose our classes. So right now, I'm not taking any classes related to my major. I'm taking just general courses that everyone needs to take.
Why did you choose Taylor University, or what was special about it that you wanted to apply and join the school?
I was looking for a Christian university, so Wheaton in Chicago, and then Taylor were my main two options. And Wheaton was the school that I always wanted to go because it's next to Chicago, and I've just always known about it since I was young. But then when I visited both schools, I liked Taylor better. Their community was a lot better. Everybody was nicer. The coach was a lot better as well.
After college, what are your future career aspirations or like goals?
I don't have like a set goal, but some in mind is doing ministry after, or um maybe going for the KBL in Korea if I'm still into basketball by then. Um yeah, those two are probably the main ones.
Are those always something that you've wanted to do before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Share with us some of the traditions at your university, things that your classmates, your peers are really excited for, whether it's during football season or basketball season, but things that really tie your school together.
Our biggest tradition is probably Silent Night. Um it's a basketball event where it's the game before winter break. Everybody comes to it, and it's streamed on ESPN. And it's just a really famous tradition where for the first 10 minutes, everybody stays quiet. It's silent in the gym. And then as soon as they score the 10th point, everybody just rushes onto the court. And then from there on, everybody's just cheering on.
I actually saw the Silent Night thing on ESPN on Instagram. How does that look on campus? Are they already preparing for it, or and are you excited for seeing it live?
Right now, in our dorm group chat, they're asking what costumes they should wear. Silent Night is gonna be next Friday, but they're already preparing what costumes they're gonna wear.
Share with us a little bit about the challenges so far this year. You know, what has surprised you? What do you wish you were a little bit better prepared for?
I didn't know it was gonna hit me this hard, but the first 2 weeks I just missed my family so much. It was pretty difficult. I almost called them like every day, but now it's not really on my mind anymore. For basketball, um, the game was just so fast. I was getting blown by like the first week by everyone, and then gradually I adapted, and now I'm able to stay in front. As for academics, um, it's a lot of reading in college, especially since I'm a philosophy major. Everybody was telling me that you're just gonna be reading, reading, reading. So yeah, be prepared for that.
Have you stayed in touch with a lot of your classmates, a lot of your friends? And has that helped support you just being away from home?
Yeah. We stay in touch. I thought I was the only one who missed my parents so much, but it was almost all of my friends who were saying they didn't know they miss their mom and dad this much. Um, yeah, we just kind of talked about our struggles at first during like the first couple weeks of school, like getting into the process of making friends, um, the college level academics and lifestyle, independence.
In closing, do you have any words of advice for uh, students, student athletes in general to help prepare them if they're looking to follow a similar path that you've done?
I would say know how good you are right now. And then I think because we're in Korea and the competition is a lot lower, I would say you have to train that much harder if you're gonna be playing a sport in America because they're just a lot more faster, athletic. Um, but don't give up because of that and don't be discouraged. I think you should be more motivated because of that. Try not to procrastinate during high school. Try to actually learn stuff in high school because it will catch up to you in college if you don't know the basics, and in college they won't wait for you. A lot of athletes in college kind of focus on sports and away from the academics. And I mean, unless you're on a scholarship, I would say you need to take advantage of your learning here. Your parents pay a lot of money here, and it's good learning for you to be able to apply this kind of stuff in your life in the future for your job. And yeah.